What's up, you beautiful, sexy humans? Listen, you're about to dive into a snippet of a much longer teaching session that I did as a general check-in as we get ready to head into the end of the year, as we hit the midway point. So if you're an early stage founder and you are looking for community or just lightweight guidance, this is for you. If you also struggle with or have struggled with just balancing life and business, organization, or if you deal with stagnation or confusion, in general, any of those areas, this one is for you. It's going to help you get set on the right path so that you can go ahead and execute at your maximum capacity. So if you're ready for step 3, which is the last step 3, put it in the chat, put step 3 in your notes, put it in your notes. This is where it's a good segue too. We're going to start doing the work. Step 3 is the work, okay? One thing I have always learned whenever I start going down this path and I'm doing this is that I cannot afford to get lost in either too much emotion or my work and what I do. I have always admired people who can work through this. Like, they actually use work as a distraction. Work has never been a distraction for me. I'm like, can you distract me and put me on the island somewhere, child? I'm not. That's a distraction. This is not a distraction. Me working is not a distraction. Now I'll fall in love a little bit more with what I do. But before it was just like, ugh. So I admired that about people until I learned that people can take it to a very toxic place. So on one end, I'm the person that got distracted by my emotions. And on the other end, another person is being distracted by work. Neither one of these things are healthy, but they are signs that you are human, but you don't have to give over into it. Okay? If everything starts to feel very heavy and you're staying in it for a really long time, that's usually, and this is part of the work also, a sign that you need to pause. Just stop. It's okay to stop. And in that pause, revisit step 1 so that you're not stuck in a continuous cycle of just being. Go back to step 1, through step 1 and step 2. Radical honesty, and then writing it down, prayer, journaling, reading your Bible, all at the same time. That's step 1. Between step 1, radical honesty, step 2, prayer, journal, read your Bible. Okay. Then that should lead you to being able to do the work in a more positive place where you're not using work to distract, but it's more so you don't lose momentum. So if everything starts to feel heavy, revisit step 1 and go down the list again till you could get back to step 3. Okay. I want you to understand that in a day and age where it's like, if I'm not going, especially as entrepreneurs, we really don't know when the next paycheck is going, unless you have a system that is really good and you just have repeat people coming on a regular basis, or you have retainers and all the other great stuff. Then you're scared to pause sometimes. But I want you to understand that rest is just as healthy as a paycheck coming in. You need to be able to take a moment to rest and regroup. It is healthy. It helps you regulate your system. And that goes back to trusting God. Sometimes God will pause you. He will tell you to go sit down somewhere. What is you doing? Go sit down. No. And I'm going to block every contract you think you're trying to go get. God has done it to me. I said, God, I'm so tired. God, I'm exhausted. Just life and contracts. Life wasn't bad. It was just, I was exhausted from the work. I'm like, God, I'm so exhausted. And God said, okay, my child, go sit down somewhere. I said, but now I'm scrolling on Threads because I didn't sit down somewhere. And then I see person after person, job after job. And I'm just like, I'm going to pitch these people. Exhausted and all. Hey, my name is Elle. I saw your thread over here. And you're looking for X, Y, and Z. I would love to sit down and have a conversation with you. Crickets. See the next person. Hey, my name is Elle. I saw your thread. You're looking for X, Y, and Z. I would love to sit down and have a conversation with you. Crack my little jokes. Crickets. And in the back of my head, I can hear God saying, I told you to sit down. And sure enough, even in my disobedience, I kept going, exhausted and all. But throughout that, I realized God just told me to sit down for like a month. That's it. He said, sit down for a month. I got you. It's not like he didn't have the money. I had closed a big contract. And that's the contract that made me tired. And he was like, you got the time to just sit still for a second. I'm like, God, but if I stop, I lose momentum. And he was like, I am your momentum. Shut up. And I was like, God, but faith without works is dead, right? And he said, right, but you abusing this right now. Anyway, that's a concept for another day, child. But you get my point. Don't get stuck inside a cycle, but also don't abandon your goals because life got hard. Life got heavy. It's a very dangerous cycle that can impact all of the growth that you've had. I have been in that cycle and have finally, through trusting God, have gotten on the other side of that cycle. And now I'm going through one of the hardest times of my life, and I've had to go back into my toolbox. And so all of this helps you learn how to regulate. And if you already know how to regulate, then this is a good reminder for you. And it gives you a system. Y'all, I'm a systems girly. You're going to have steps. Okie dokie. So with all that being said, in conclusion, because yes, we're at the end. I told y'all I only had 3 steps. You only had 3 steps, boogie butts. Just 3. Wow, I look like Donald Trump. Anyway, you only had 3 steps. So why did I make him sound like that? Anyway, in conclusion, you want a life that is balanced. You want to do constant check-ins with yourself. You want to make sure that you're pouring it out in full honesty to God so that he can address it and so that y'all can move forward faster, continue to build momentum. You want to make sure that you're not distracting yourself with toxic habits and behaviors that take away from your purpose and how you show up in life and in business. I'm not telling you that if you are feeling a slew of emotions that are so heavy, you feel like you don't even want to get up in the morning. That's depression. I'm not telling you to push through no matter what. I'm telling you and urging you to pause and practice radical honesty. Put it in writing. Take note of the things. Ask yourself check-in questions. And then do the work. But keep in mind the period of time that the part of the cycle that you're in, so that you are moving swiftly from point A to point B to point C, so that you don't lose momentum. Listen, I don't make it a point to toot my own horn, but I feel like I be teaching my butt off. And I know you walked away with a few more tips, tricks, and definitely a next progressive step so you can achieve your next goal and get to your next level faster. If you did all of those things and you're like, Elle, I really like your teaching style, I feel like I can take some stuff away and I can grow with it, then I want you to go ahead and dive deeper. Now, I'm not pushing you in it, but 9 times out of 10, if you find somebody that you like learning from, then that person is for you. So check out the links inside the description so that you can go ahead and hop into and join 1114. You can join by using the link inside the description. And once you do that, I'll have the opportunity to not just pour in to you here, but also you'll get weekly motivations. I teach once a month, and we do live Q&A calls twice a month in order to make sure that you are supported as you grow as a founder. Okie dokie. And yes, if you don't identify as a founder, you are a founder. Okay? Label yourself as such, claim that title, and go forth so you can prosper. Do you hear me? If you're not subscribed and you're not following, what you doing? But if that's not your cup of tea, that's perfectly fine. I'll get you eventually, maybe. I don't know. But go ahead and subscribe at least. That's perfectly free. And turn on post notifications, and you'll automatically be notified of whenever I post a video.